What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Today, a little bit of Topps news coming out. Yesterday evening / afternoon, Jeff Wilson had Mike Mahan from Fanatics on to kind of discuss some things coming in the future. It confirmed a few things that we already know, gave us a few more little nuggets, so that is what we are going to chat about today. Listen, you can love Fanatics, you can hate Fanatics / Topps, say what you will about them, but I will give them at least a little credit here. They do get themselves out there in front of microphones and cameras. Not super often, it's not like they're doing it every day, but this is the second time in about a month and a half we've heard from Mike Mayhem. He did this interview, and then he just did one with Blabbin about Slabbin, what was that, maybe 3 weeks ago? Around all the controversy with Topps Black, the parallels missing, and all that stuff. And you got to give him that they are willing to get out there and talk, because, think back to, let's just say from the pandemic days, like early 2020, 2021, when the boom started. How many times have we seen someone from Panini speak in front of a camera about things going on? So you may or may not like what they have to say, and that's perfectly fine, but I'll at least give them some props for getting out there in front of people. But first, before we talk about all these cool cards that you're going to be able to pull here in the future, you are going to need a way to protect those. And how are we going to do that? With none other than our good friends over at the Penny Sleever, sponsor of today's video. You could get 10% off your first order with code NEOCARDS and free shipping over $59. And boy, oh boy, is now a good time to stock up on supplies. I just got a bunch of penny sleeves and semi-rigids in, and a couple thicker size top loaders to get stocked up. I don't know what's going to happen with the price of supplies with all the tariffs nonsense, but I would rather be safe than sorry and have a bunch laying around. I will always use them. And we're going to need those sooner than we think for Topps basketball. A couple of things they discussed in this video. They confirmed that the license for NBA will change hands, and they hope to have a release out in early October. And as we've discussed for a while on the channel now, this upcoming NBA draft class is absolutely loaded, led by Cooper Flagg. And he will be the one that everyone is chasing. And boy, oh boy, can you imagine the hype and craziness for the first licensed Topps Chrome basketball boxes. I assume the first product out of the gate will be a paper flagship product, like a Topps Series 1. And then we'll get Chrome later in the season. The other thing that they confirmed is, and this is no surprise at all, there will be debut patches for both NBA and NFL. And obviously we knew that that was probably going to be coming, but they confirmed that it absolutely will be a thing. No idea what products those will be in yet. I don't know if they would do a Chrome update, if they're going to follow the exact same cadence as they do for baseball, and that would be one of the last releases of, the season, the update product. Or if they move it into something else. My guess is they would like to keep it in that update product because it gives a chase for that update product, because Chrome would have your main rookie chases in it, and football and basketball are not like baseball where you're getting a bunch of late season call-ups. So you might get a true rookie in update in baseball. That's usually not going to be the case in basketball and football. So those are going to be absolutely monster chases. Imagine what a licensed Cooper Flagg NBA debut patch is going to go for, or whoever the next hot quarterback is that comes out of the draft. Like, imagine that this existed when Burrow came out. What a Burrow 101 debut patch would have went for peak pandemic. Or it's always fun to think back, like if this existed for Mahomes, imagine what a 2017 RPA with a debut patch in it for Patrick Mahomes would sell for today. So that stuff's going to be pretty cool to see. They did not get as specific date-wise in regards to football, but they said early 2026. the things that I've heard floating around are spring. So that could mean, I'm going to just say March/April. And that's when we'll begin to start to see NFL product, licensed NFL product from Topps. We still have a decent run of unlicensed stuff to go here. But I have a feeling that the other nice thing with them starting out right from the get is they should be able to get on whatever schedule they want to get on. The NBA season starts right around Thanksgiving/Halloween. They'll be able to come out of the gates in October with a release with presumably Cooper Flag rookie cards, like right as the season's starting. And I think that stuff's going to matter. Panini's been so off the rails lately with releases that I think it has kind of impacted things a little bit. Another little nugget that they threw out there, Jeff asked him about the triple auto, the Olympic triple auto. Had it ever been redeemed? And Mike confirmed that it is still sitting in the Topps vault and has not yet been redeemed, but did confirm that they did an audit and the redemption was indeed sent out. So that thing is out there somewhere in the wild still. Whether someone has pulled it and just hasn't redeemed it yet, or it's still sitting in a sealed pack. Imagine if that bad boy got lost in the mail somewhere and it's just who knows where sitting. That would be absolutely crazy. That's got a 10-year clock on it. Once the 10 years is up, they kind of joked about what would happen to the card after the 10 years, but that would be an interesting little situation that they get themselves in if that goes past the 10-year mark. It's about a 25-30 minute interview. I'd recommend, I'm not going to go over absolutely everything in it. I'd recommend going over and checking it out. But to me, the big takeaways were the confirmation of debut patches with, like I said, we kind of knew that was coming, but to officially 100% hear it. And then really, this is the first time they have also officially confirmed the dates, giving us a window that we are going to get licensed NBA product in early October. Topps licensed NBA product in early October is pretty exciting, especially like I said, this draft class is supposed to be loaded. They are going to get a really good draft class for their first initial releases of products. And I'm also interested to see what they do going backwards. They have LeBron on an auto deal. They could do a lot of crazy stuff with that. I said this when the Wemby Mercury product came out. I would not be surprised if we got some ultra high-end LeBron set that was something similar to Mercury, maybe less autos in it. Maybe it's one auto per box or something like that. But I'd have to imagine that that is on the table. Also, do you see dual licensed autos of, him and Wade or game used patches of him from the 2016 years, if they could get a finals jersey? All sorts of crazy stuff that they could do going backward, not just with LeBron, but with all the players. And then I think the other thing, and they did not talk about this in the interview, but where my mind goes, and we've seen what they've done with the push on Topps Now over the last year and a half, I think Topps Now is going to be a major thing once they get the licenses. I mean, imagine, what did Joker do the other day? Like a 30-20-20 game or something like that. They're going to have a Topps Now card when stuff like that happens, or big moments in the playoffs. Just think about having the ability to chase those for your favorite team from all three major sports now. I know Topps Now gets a lot of hate, but from an actual collector standpoint, I really like some of the stuff that they do with Topps Now, especially if you were at the game, but even if you weren't. And yes, they have 100% lottery ticket, turn it into a lottery ticket now. And that's fine. They could do whatever they want with it. It probably prints them a ton of money. But that being said, I still really like some of the base cards that come out of Topps Now, especially like I have the John Kenzie Noel one from the home run last year. I have the Terry Francona auto from when he stepped down as the Indians manager. And I really like that stuff. I really do. I like capturing those moments. So, like I said, we'll give Topps hell when they screw stuff up and when they do dumb things, but they have done a lot of cool stuff, and it sounds like they got some pretty cool stuff coming. And we'll talk about it when they do it. And if they mess something up on it, we'll talk about that too. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.